The chef in front of him was smoking, and accidentally some ash fell into the soup. Seeing that no one was paying attention, he quickly scooped out the ash with a spoon and then served the soup to a customer. At that moment, the customer complained that there was a cockroach in the soup. Upon hearing this, the owner came over, only to find out that the person was actually a health inspector. As soon as he heard that the man was a health inspector, the owner picked up the cockroach and put it in his mouth, claiming it was a red date, healthy and delicious. Seeing that the health inspector had no evidence left, the owner went back to the kitchen and quickly grabbed a hose, frantically rinsing his mouth to get rid of the taste of the cockroach. At that moment, an employee rushed over and handed him some insecticide. The owner immediately sprayed the insecticide into his mouth. Unexpectedly, the health inspector said he had found a cockroach leg in the soup and insisted on taking the owner to court and bankrupting him. Suddenly, the owner sneezed and blew the cockroach leg out of his mouth. A group of people immediately dropped to the floor to look for the leg, creating total chaos. Seeing that it couldn't be found, the health inspector decided to take the soup back for testing. If bacteria from the cockroach were detected, he could still sue the owner. Seeing this, the chef quickly splashed some lard on the floor, causing the health inspector to slip and fall, spilling the soup all over the ground. The health inspector had no choice but to leave in a very embarrassed state. Not long after, the health inspector received a tip-off call and immediately returned to the restaurant. This time, he came prepared and asked many tricky questions. But since he couldn't find any solid evidence, he planned to just find the owner and leave. At that moment, 2 mice suddenly fell from the ceiling, and the owner quickly covered them with bowls. The next second, 2 more mice fell, and the chef immediately covered them with bowls as well. To distract the health inspector, the chef started dancing on the spot, twisting and turning and making all sorts of exaggerated movements. The other employees joined in, creating a very ridiculous scene. But more and more mice kept falling from the ceiling, and the employees hurriedly covered them with various objects. Just as the inspector was about to leave, another mouse fell. The next second, the owner quickly covered it, but this time the mouse let out a squeak, instantly alerting the health inspector. They immediately went over and uncovered everything that had been hidden. Soon, more than a dozen mice were found. As a result, the restaurant was shut down by the authorities.